Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Fedisola and this is Dentist Corner. You're welcome here once again. Here we'll film about faith, lifestyle, business, love and everything in between. Okay, to my returning subscribers, thank you for coming back. And if you're a new subscriber here also, thank you very much. If you're seeing this and you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please kindly click the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. Alright, as you can tell by the topic down below, today I'm having a very beautiful, special, tantalizing, gorgeous guest here with me. And just like I said in my previous video, I said I was going to be bringing him, guests, and this is one of you. Okay, so right about now, I would like you to meet my guest for today, and today we'll be talking about single parenting, everything that there is to single parenting, what you have been going through as a single parent, and how you can maximize your potential as a single parent, and what you have to do as a single mother out there. So I hope you will enjoy this video. Please stay tuned to the end. All right, let's meet my guest. You're welcome, Mama.
Thank
Please
you.
can you introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Evelyn and I'm a single parent and I'm happy to be here.
All right, thank you very much. So we have Evelyn here, guys. So we'll be doing one or two things. Like I said, here we are here to talk about single parenting and all that. So as a single young lady, how has it been? Or let me say, how did it start? How was the journey to becoming a single parent? How did it start? Can you tell us? And please be audible.
Okay, it's fine. Okay, how it all started. Okay, that was 7 years back when I met him. Okay. We were together for about 3 years before the issue of pregnancy came in and all that. But I think we started having issues when I got pregnant. He traveled after the pregnancy saga, and he came back when I was about 5 months gone, and he came back a different person entirely.
Wow.
And from the very moment he came back was when I knew we were done already. But then I was 5 months gone already. There was nothing I could do. Abortion is not an option as a Christian. There's no way I could consider abortion. And I just had to tell myself that I'm alone in this with God, and I just embarked on the journey alone with faith. Okay, it was very challenging, as a pregnant lady, having no support physically and even emotionally, having to go through the sleepless nights alone, not having anyone to talk to. And my journey of pregnancy was a very tough one because I had chronic ulcer. Wow. So I experienced bleeding. I was vomiting blood during the pregnancy. A lot, like I vomited blood a lot. I remember, when he came around and the mom was even saying they won't want him to marry someone that is from my place and all that.
Wait, okay, it's not from your place, right?
No. But during the relationship, his family were in support. Okay. Then he was in Ikorodu, I was in Lekki, money was coming from my end. I was sending money and all that.
Wow, you were sending him money?
Sending the family actually.
Wow.
His mom had some issues with Lapo and all that, so I was sending money whenever they had issues and stuff like that. I was very supportive. So you imagine someone staying in Lekki having to travel down to Ikorodu to one neighborhood, one ghetto like that. So it was a very smooth journey until pregnancy happened.
Sorry, let me cut you.
Okay.
Was there any plan like marriage? Like, do you guys plan to settle together?
Yeah, from the very beginning, it was a relationship with marriage in view, not until pregnancy. Like I said, not until pregnancy.
Like it was not planned.
Pregnancy was planned.
Okay.
Because I had health issues then. That was why I think I made a very big mistake. Before I met him, or I think a year after we met, something around that period, I noticed I was bleeding. It was more than my normal menstrual flow. So I went to the hospital. They said there was nothing, that I should rest, and they gave me some pills to use. Then I noticed that it was as if my stomach was, coming out. Okay. Then after 2 months, I was able to summon courage to go to a lab, and they said I had some issues with my uterus and all that. So I went to another hospital in Lekki, and they told me that they had to remove my womb.
Wow.
That they had to remove my womb, and the man asked me if I was married. I told him no. Then he asked for a relationship. I said yes, but I don't think the relationship that I want to get married immediately and get pregnant immediately, that I wasn't ready. Then he was like, you know what's going to happen? just monitor yourself for a while. He gave me pills and to come back. So then I left. I left where I was. Then after a while, I visited one of my pastor friend in Ogun State. He took me to another hospital and they're like, lady, you just have to take him. That they are not sure I'll be able to carry the pregnancy full term, but at least I have like 5 to 6 months. Then if I'm healthy during that period, they can remove the pregnancy and the womb, then incubate. Then I have a chance. So I think that was why the pregnancy taking in was my idea.
Okay. So it's not a
yes,
mistake.
it was not a mistake.
Okay.
It was my idea, but he took advantage of the situation because I didn't expect him to tell his family this was the reason why.
Oh.
He let them know, and it was as if they were doing me a favor. You know, when I got pregnant, I didn't want him to know about it. He was going to leave Lagos like in 2 weeks' time, and that was where I planned it. We had unprotected sex, and I didn't want him to even know because I knew a time may come when they will get back at me, you understand? And if it was going to be my only child, I didn't want to have to drag the child with somebody. But I think when I was 2 months gone, my mom called him and was like, do you know Evelyn is pregnant? He was like, wow, I don't know. But if she is, I am responsible. That was his response. So he traveled back after like 3 months. That was when I lost my dad during pregnancy. So he came after. Then I started going for church programs, for deliverance services and shit and all that.
While you were pregnant?
Yeah, okay. Just trying to make sure I survived because it was a point where doctor was like, maybe they had to remove the womb and the baby before term. I just had to lose the womb and the baby to save myself. But I told him no, that I've already started this journey and I'm going to carry it till 6 months they gave me.
Okay, let me cut there. Okay, I got, let me say I grabbed something there. It was not something like, oh, I was pregnant by mistake. You know, most of our single ladies out there, when they are in this kind of condition, you see them, you'll be like, okay, I was pregnant by mistake and I just had to move on with my life. But yours was not. Yours was attached to a condition. But am I right?
Yeah, but even if I still had that feeling of, you know, getting pregnant and being alone, whether on purpose or not, my dear, it's still the same feeling. Because when they ask you who is responsible, who do you want to bring out?
But I think there was issue of trust there. Or let me say betrayal. Not trust, betrayal. He kind of betrayed you.
Yeah.
By telling his family and, you know, making it to look like he wants to take advantage of that condition that warranted the pregnancy, and the family to kind of like bounce back with that, like they feel like they're doing you a favor or they want to do you a favor by wanting to marry you with the pregnancy. Am I getting it right?
Yeah, let me just chip in something. You know, even when he came back, they were actually willing to marry me because I've been supportive all the while. But some behaviors I started seeing, I knew it was a no-no for me. Even when church were putting pressure, like you have to marry this guy, you're a worker in church, you have to do this. I told them, we started getting at each other, maybe using abusive voice and all that. We'll have issues for a day, we'll take us maybe a week to settle. And I just knew this isn't good for my health, mental health, physical health. I knew it wouldn't help me out.
Good. I think I got a point there too. You see, I'll see if a single lady and you're saying this, don't get trapped all in the name of one, I don't want people to talk. Or what will people say? You know, you have a choice to your own life. And when you know what you want, you will not just accept anything. So because you got pregnant either intentionally or unknowingly, or you were conscious about it and you just feel like, oh, you know, there are conditions here. You had choices to make. Oh, I am pregnant. I don't want my baby to be fatherless. Or I don't want people to start pointing accusing fingers at me like, oh, my pregnancy does not have a father or so. But you know, when you brazen up yourself, like you don't act like, oh, I want these people to accept me. When you know what you want, even if you've made a mistake, you will be bold enough to move on, because I will not just be at anybody's mercy. So if I single lady and you are in this kind of condition, or you're watching this right now, and this is the condition you have, this is what you are going through right now, my dear, please stand up to your decision. Don't allow anyone to, you know, toss you to and fro with this thing. Oh, if you're not this, you're not that. Know what you want. That is one thing I want you to know. When you know what you want, anybody cannot just come and start tossing you to and fro. So I'll move on to the next question. So after the whole thing happened and all that, he did not accept.
Okay, he didn't reject.
He didn't reject
because even when my family got involved, they even fixed a date for the introduction, but I told them I wasn't going to go ahead with it.
Okay, why?
something happened one day at home. I told him to assist me in the cooking. Then he made a statement. It was like, all these things I'm doing now is because we are here and I've not paid anything on your head. Oh. That once you enter, just know that we don't do anything because where I come from, women work and men sit down to eat.
Wow.
So he made that statement, and that was, most of us we tend to ignore red flag.
Yeah.
For me, that was a red flag.
Yeah, please pause. The video I posted with my husband that we did something like this. We spoke about this thing about men helping their wife, and just imagine that mentality. He telling you it's because you are here. So once you get married, you believe you've married an advanced maid, and this woman you've married is to do everything for you, and it is not supposed to be. Some women will just settle for it. They'll feel like, anyways, that is what I am made to do. Like, I'm made to care for my husband. It is supposed to be two-way thing. It takes two to tango, and not just two. Together with the two, your emotions too have to go along with it. So when a man is telling you, when I get married to you, then all these things I'm helping you to do, I will no longer do it. Men, it is a red flag you should take note of, and don't just sweep it under the rug or carpet or anything. So please, ma, let's continue.
Okay, yeah. So that was one of the red flag I noticed. Another one was I remember I was in the bathroom. I've been bathing with hot water ever since for many years now. So even during pregnancy, I called him one day to help me get more hot water in the bathroom. So he came in and he just stood there, was looking at me. I was like, drop the water for me now. He was looking at me. So I think my mom heard us arguing, so she went to the back and was listening to us through the bathroom window. And he was like, Evelyn, you've changed though. And I was like, yes, now pregnancy will definitely make me change. I will definitely change during pregnancy. I was like, no, that's not what I mean. I think you are really older than the age you told me actually. Because maybe during pregnancy your real age, I'm sure you should be the same age with my mother. He made that statement. And my mom heard me.
Wow.
My mom heard us. Then before she could turn, he had already dropped the water and walk. My mom said she was coming to the kitchen to slap him because she never expected him to say that.
To say such a thing.
So when he left, I locked the door. I thought he was going to come back. So my mom was knocking, I refused. I was in the bathroom for like an hour crying.
Now, that is,
even if anyone should body shame me, it shouldn't be you. It shouldn't be you. Even if pregnancy comes with a lot of change, telling me that I was sick and vomiting blood for 5 months stretch. I vomited blood for, I remember going 2 weeks without eating anything. I'm not exaggerating. 2 weeks of drinking only water every day, and I was pregnant. Because it was like, whether I eat or not, whether anything happens, I'm in that situation, nothing's going to change it. You understand? So that was another red flag for me. Then the third one was he saying, where I come from. He kept saying is women work and men sit down. And it was when I began to look like I got into their tribe, getting to know them. And I noticed that their women age more than their men. Because they have to go through hard work, they labor, they do all that, and they give birth to plenty of children. You can imagine a girl of 27 having 9 children already. Start to imagine, when did she start giving birth? How many years in between 2 pregnancies? You understand? So it was a red flag for me. And I told my pastor, even if I had wanted to go on because of pressure, it won't work, because this guy is going to make my mental health crash. It's going to crash. And you body shaming me, you're going to kill my self-esteem. So I just felt I matter. I should come first. Even if you call me selfish, I should come first. That
is not even selfishness. So, you come first. That is justice. So if you had even intended to go along with the introduction, you will not even enjoy yourself, because it will make you feel like he's doing you a favor, just like you have said. It will make you feel like, oh, I'm doing you a favor. But after all, you had no choice. You just have to settle down with me. Okay, guys, really, no. With that word is said, that is really bad. Guys, you don't need to. This is someone you claim you love, and for good 3 years, you guys have been together, all in the name of. I feel why he did that was because he knew the reason, the circumstances surrounding the pregnancy. I think that was why he did that. And guys, you really need to man up. Really, it's not everything. You respect the fact that a lady tells you her secrets. That is one thing I feel guys should respect. When a lady tells you her secret, she loves you to that extent to want to keep her life with you. So what now happens if you're not able to secure that life she's trying to keep with you? It's really bad enough. And I've been in a situation with someone whereby I had a friend whereby, she got pregnant. When you get pregnant as a lady, and maybe let me say you're not ready, let's use that scenario, you're not ready for this pregnancy, mistakenly it happens. That is not a, how do I put it now? That is not a condition for you to now say, because I'm pregnant, then let's go ahead with it.
Yes, it's not a criteria.
It is not a criteria, thank you. Because you're pregnant for someone does not mean you should not eventually settle. This guy may not even love you initially. He may just want to chop and go, you get. And at the long run, pregnancy happened. Then move on with your life. You know, there are better guys out there who would even appreciate you more than the person that even slept with you. And the fact that you made that mistake does not mean you should now live in the mistake. You may not be able to visit your yesterday, but even the present you have to even to live in the present will even be, you know, difficult for you. Please, ladies, I am pleading. If you're in this condition, don't rely on, because I am pregnant, I must stick to the man. I know some ladies out there. Okay, I said I was going to ask you this question. Have you ever imagined yourself having children, different fathers for your children? Like, have you, before you gave birth, I mean, have you ever thought of it that, oh, I don't want to be that kind of lady that would have, okay, this one different father, that one different father? Have you ever thought about that when the whole thing was happening? Like, have you ever thought of reconsidering settling down with the same guy because of that?
You know, my growing up was a very tough one.
Okay.
Because I won't say my family is a polygamous one, but my mom had a husband before she met my dad. The husband passed before and my dad too had a wife that passed before he met my mom. So it's not like a man wanting two wives or a man wanting two husbands. So it just happened that way. And man, it wasn't easy growing up for us. So I never wanted to have, you know, two children from two different fathers, or whatever. But when the situation confronted me, it really broke me, because I was like, I'm going to find myself in the same position as my mom.
You would not want it to be like it's a charade,
happening. But I was wise enough to want to accept that fate than entering a marriage that was going to kill my life forever. Because imagine me marrying a man now and they turn me to a housewife or keep me as a baby making factory. Or let's assume, as the doctor said, I won't have another child. We'll talk about that one later. I won't have another child. And imagine me going to go
is he aware of that?
Yes.
Wow.
It was because I felt the fact that he's been aware of the pregnancy now, he's coming. I felt I owe him
something. Of
yes,
course.
I should let him know. I shouldn't keep a man, because men can be very, very rebellious when they find out they've been lied to. So I felt I owe him the truth, and I told him. So I just feel, even if I wouldn't have an, imagine me marrying him, the good is after all we helped you, we didn't think of. So instead of me going through that torture, I prefer
he will just even treat you like a trash, and, you know, bring in ladies, and you will feel this lady does not have any.
That actually happened anyway. It actually happened. And if I could talk about that one now. I remember during pregnancy, when he traveled, he left me in Okosita, went to Korea and was working. And the first month, no money. The second month, no money. The third month, no money. And I was like, what happened? He said, they've not paid us. So I got a Facebook, a friend request from Facebook. I didn't know this person. I didn't want to accept it, but something just, you know, moved me to accept it. And the lady was like, I know you don't know me, but you're a lady like me. That's why I messaged you. I was like, okay, what happened? She said, my boyfriend is a friend to your fiancé in Ikorodu. I was like, wow, okay, nice to meet you. How do I owe this conversation for a long stuff like that? She was like, your fiancé is dating one girl here, and he told the lady that, okay, she told the lady that this guy has a wife somewhere that is pregnant, and the guy told the lady, no, truly, I got a girl pregnant. But the lady died 3 years ago and left the baby with my mom. And I was pregnant in Shagamu.
And you were the lady he was referring to.
Wow. So the moment I heard, I was like, God forbid, God forbid. And the lady was like, whenever his payday comes, this lady goes to wait for him. He collects his salary, gives it to her, and she gives him pocket money from his own salary. And I am there, still praying things work out. You know, before this pregnancy, I saved up 325,000. I still remember, like, this will help me through the journey of pregnancy, then maybe till I find my feet. But my pregnancy was a very tough one. When I mean very tough, the whole money finished in 4 months.
Of course.
I didn't expect it to happen that way. So I just told myself, no. I am not going to settle for a man that doesn't know the value of that doesn't know. I remember when he was coming to see me lucky, then he'll be like, you stay in a place like this, I'm scared tomorrow you're going to go with one guy of your class and all that. To me, looking off all that and trying to settle with you, and now it's not like I'm at your mercy. No, it's a no for me. I just couldn't settle with it.
Wow, thank you. So I would say, okay, at least it has happened. That is in the past. Now let's face the present. Now, how is it going? Like, what can you say has sustained you so far?
Okay, even when he came back, I knew I was in this journey alone. Because remember when I actually gave birth to my baby premature, the hospital bill was very high. She wasn't incubated, but
Okay.
it was premature. And he said he won't pay the hospital bill. And his mom said they won't pay, they shouldn't pay because the bill is
Despite all you
expensive.
did
Yes,
for them.
that I ought to have gone to a general hospital.
Hospital.
Why did I register in a private hospital? And I was like, okay, it's fine. I am going to shoulder the whole thing on my own. So I became independent even before I put to bed.
Okay.
Then he left when the baby was about 2 months old. He said, since I am refusing to get married and I don't want to travel to his hometown with him, and his mom is angry. It was always his mom.
Okay.
His mom.
Mommy's
And I
mom.
won't even want to settle for a mommy's boy in the first
Yeah.
place. So I told him, you know what? This thing is not working. Because even when he came back during pregnancy, we were living like siblings in the house. I told him, you don't cross to my room. You stay in the parlor. I stay in the room. You don't enter inside. So you're not helping me. You're not doing anything. So I think it's better you leave. And he was like, yes, I want to leave. That he wants to leave, and if I'm not living with him, he's going to go for 3 years before I will see him again.
Wow.
No support in
Wants you
anything.
to start, crawling,
Yes.
begging. So presently now, how is it with you and the baby?
My baby will be 4 in 2 months' time.
Hallelujah. Wow. Wow.
It's been a very
Wow.
tough journey.
I can imagine.
It's
Really.
been a very tough,
Hmm.
very tough
Okay.
one. From the very start, my family were not in support.
Of course.
They felt I should have told them. One of my sisters said she would have arranged for a hospital, would have paid, and you pay for the sperm of a man, the serum and all that process. I think IVF and all that. That should have been better than being at the mercy of somebody.
Someone.
And that would have
And who
been.
even knows if your secret is safe with him?
I had a very tough growing up.
Mm.
So even if he uses it back at me, I am not
Can't move
shaking.
him. I love that.
It shook me to a point because I'm actually a counselor. If you don't know, I counsel teenagers, female, who have been victims of rape,
I love
child
that.
abuse. So even when I started helping these girls, I had no esteem, no self-esteem. I was still struggling with my past when I started helping those girls. So it actually built
Builds up
me.
your.
So even if he comes back at me, I remember him messaging me about a year ago on my old Facebook account, and he was asking about the baby, and I was like, which of the baby?
The baby's having.
And he was like, I want to tell you something. Whether or not I take care of the child, she's still my own. I am not one to abuse or lay criticism, but you see that day, I poured out the whole anger in me that I've been keeping for 3 years.
It is really expected.
I poured it out. So it's been God all the way.
Glory to God.
I remember when she was about a year, because I did exclusive for her 6 months. It was a very tough one because I had ulcer, breastfeeding non-stop for 6 months, Then even when she was about a year old, I remember the day I had no golden morn at home, no custard, there was nothing. I trekked about 2 hours. I started the journey about 5 a.m. in the morning. So one sister in my former church to go and collect. She said she wasn't at home, but she hid her key somewhere.
So
I should go home and pick. So it was, and she was always falling sick. I know when the day she completed 1 month, my mom was beating her. She started vomiting blood.
Wow.
We had to rush her, and they were like, because she was premature, there was no tough treatment. At a point, I was forced to go and check. Hope this baby is not sickle cell to go and check. So it's been a very tough journey. Not tough. You can have a man beside you and things are not financially okay. It's still better when there's somebody with you guys are supporting each other.
Emotionally, you can.
But not really. Imagine you tell somebody, okay, I have a baby, I need help, and they're like, where's the father?
Of course.
Before you even start explaining, that question has already.
How many people do you even want to? It would have suppressed.
That question has killed everything you want to.
Wow. Let's just give all glory to God.
Yeah,
so finally, guys, I believe you've I don't even need to ask if you've learned something, but as a single lady out there, or at least as a single mother out there, you really do not need to limit yourself simply because a man is doing anyhow. Don't be at anybody's mercy. Okay, before I round up, Ma, do you have anything to tell single mothers out there? Just a word of encouragement for them.
Okay, first I would say put God first.
Okay.
I believe no matter how hardworking and how much I've strived, if not for God, there were times where I wanted to just abandon the baby and run away. Maybe just bundle her and just drop her, send her to the parents and all that, to her dad. Those thoughts came up.
Of course.
Very tough times. Well, it made me even work on myself. My books, being a makeup artist, being a caregiver, all those came after pregnancy, even after giving birth. So I'll just tell you to work on yourself. Don't feel like, I remember a guy asking me out and I said no, and he said you should be happy. I'm asking you out as a single mother.
Imagine.
And I was like, it is not a disease, it is not a stigma,
it's not a crime.
It does not hinder me
Don't
from
stigmatize yourself.
anything, because I've seen single mothers of 4 getting remarried. Another guy told me I would marry you, but on one condition: no white wedding, no. I'll just go and pay for your head because you're a single man. I was like, then just keep it. So don't let it kill you. Don't let it bring you down. It should even be a motivation for you. And don't use the anger of the father on the child. I made that mistake for 2 months.
Wow.
I was always getting angry. I didn't want to, at the point when I was like, it is not this child's fault. If I should blame anybody, I shouldn't even blame the father. I should blame myself. Maybe if I had involved God so much before taking that decision. Okay, so even tell you, after pregnancy, 6 months after, I went for a scan after prayers in Sheila, and they said my womb is okay.
Imagine.
If I had taken that step of faith, that leap of faith before going in, maybe God had even performed the miracle before then, but my mindset was limiting me. So imagine me now telling somebody, okay, well, I got pregnant because they said I won't have a womb, and now I have a womb. But it is not, I don't regret having my child. She's a very sweet young girl. She's very active.
Sweet. very, very, very sweet.
So to me, she's a blessing.
Of course.
I don't see her as a mistake. So don't let single parenting limit you. And when another man is coming into your life, don't let him do you a favor by marrying you. It should be you doing him a favor, because as a single mother, you are fertile.
Of course.
You are not saying, okay, maybe I had abortions in the past.
At least there's an evidence
that you are fertile.
Yeah.
And a speaker said marrying a single mother is the best because she has experience. A mother that can raise a child on her own can raise 10 with a man. So
glory, hallelujah. Wow, thank you very much. Okay, I would say in anything you do, in addition to what she has said, put God first. Exactly. And don't try to play the role of God. When a doctor confirms something, just like doctors will say, we are only trying our best, but God gives the solution also. Exactly. So when a doctor tells you, oh, this is this and that, where did you keep your faith, or where do you keep your faith? Try to activate your faith by working on it, and once you're working on it, pray about it, do necessary things you're supposed to do, carry out your tests. There are drugs that can make these things work, and just don't take the place of God. Don't limit yourself. Don't try to be at anybody's mercy. And don't allow any man ridicule you. You are not an object of ridicule. Know your worth. Don't allow any man reduce your self-esteem. That is a major thing. If a man sees you as a single mother, you have a low self-esteem, he will definitely take advantage of that. And don't be desperate. Don't feel like because I'm a single mother, nobody will appreciate. Really, I brought her here because I know she is. No, if you know her in real life, you know what I'm talking about. Even if she did not tell you, you can't know. Because she says, I don't care, and I think I love that kind of energy, really. I love it, and that's why I brought her here. She says, I don't care, Peppa, and you don't just allow people to just come into your life for no reason. Don't put yourself out there as an object of pity. No, that is one thing you should not do. Like, please pity me. I'm a single mother. Don't let people see you as an object of pity. And guys, I believe this has really blessed you so much. I want to believe that. All right, thank you very much for gracing this seat. I'm so grateful. I hope to see more of you here. I hope to receive more of you as my guest. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you for staying to the end. Please, like I said, if you've not subscribed to this channel, you just saw this video, please kindly click the subscribe button. Till next time, we shall meet. Bye.